Yes, it's George Burns and Gracie Allen. It's morning as we look in at the Burns home, and Gracie is seated at the breakfast table reading the paper. George, who has just emerged from the shower, heads for the table with a song on his lips.
From time to time and every time blessings come from above. The summer name to all the spring, while others are lucky in love.
Good morning, Gracie.
Good morning, George. Oh, please sing more. I love it so.
I thought it all. I have much to be thankful for.
You know, I'm glad we don't live in an apartment house. Then I'd have to share your glorious voice with the other tenants.
Yeah, those apartment house walls are pretty thin, all right.
Oh, sure. When one person has cabbage, everybody smells it. I would do the same way with your voice.
Yeah. What's new in the paper this morning?
Oh, I'm reading the movie gossip. You know, I have to laugh at these movie columnists. They try to be so coy and they suggest who they're writing about.
What do you mean?
Well, listen to this. What famous Swedish star whose name begins with B-E-R-G is being seen everywhere with what celebrity of another nationality?
Any child knows that.
Well, certainly. It's Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCaffrey.
You're too sharp for him.
Oh,
What do they think you are, Einstein?
Here's another item that says, movies are losing money and the studios can't figure out why. Huh, I could tell them that.
Okay, Louis B., let's hear it.
Well, they make the actors play the same kind of part in every picture. They get tight.
You see.
Look at Lassie. Every picture he plays a dog.
Man, he never gets the girl.
Yeah. Oh, and listen to this, George. It says that Ali Khan just bought Rita Hayworth a mansion in London.
Well, that's nice.
Well, he's already bought her a chateau in France and a castle in Spain and a palace in India. Oh, poor Rita.
Poor Rita?
How that housework?
She's probably got a good vacuum cleaner.
Oh, look, Dad. Here's a picture of Al Jolson having his famous visit with President Truman. I'll bet Al gave the president some good advice.
He gave Truman advice.
For sure. Who knows about lasting another 4 years better than Jolson?
Well, there you've got a point.
Oh, and here's an interesting item. Ezio Pinza, the star of South Pacific, is coming to Hollywood to make a movie.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, they're trying to find someone to replace him in the show.
Won't be easy. That Pinzer is sensational. What a voice.
Yes. Well, they'll have to find a terrific singer to... George! Well, there's only one man who can take Pinzer's place.
I'm coming for golden river.
You're the man to the throat. I'll call New York and tell you.
Hold it. I was only kidding. I could never fill Pinzer's shoes.
Good job, Pete.
I can't follow him in South Pacific. He's an opera star.
Well, so what? Opera stars don't have to be better than other singers. Just harder to kill.
Harder to kill?
Sure, they don't really hit their high notes till they've been stabbed a few times.
Forget it, honey. Pinzer is the biggest thing in show business right now. I've seen women swoon over him.
I've seen them swoon over you, too.
Like who?
Like my mother. When I brought you home and announced I was going to marry you, she fainted dead away.
Let's not discuss it any further, Gracie. We'll have to find someone else to take Pinzer's place.
Oh, now please, Judge, South Pacific is such a wonderful show, and the part of the hero is made to order for you.
For me?
Yeah.
He's a French tobacco player.
Oh, right, you can plant French tobacco.
Forget it, Princess. Come in.
Hi, Princess.
Oh, hello, Bill.
Say, Bill, how do you think George would do if he went to New York and replaced Pinzer in South Pacific?
Gracie, I predicted George would have one of the longest runs in history.
Really, Bill?
Yep, all the way back to California.
Gotta go for the pup today.
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I just don't think you can take Pinzer's place.
Well, Ken Carpenter can take yours, so watch yourself.
Believe me, Gracie, Mary Martin won't want to play love scenes with George after playing him with that big, handsome Pinzer.
Oh, I don't know why. They're the same size. They have the same shoulders and hips, the same muscles.
George and Pinzer?
They're Judge Mary Martin.
Let's forget this whole
No,
idea.
I can't, Judge. Well, you're the greatest singer alive
Oh,
today.
now, Gracie, I'm not the greatest singer.
Well, now, what do you think, Bill?
Well, I'm still working on Alive today.
I think I'll go down to the drugstore.
Well, Judge, wait. Promise me you'll sing in South Pacific.
I mean, never sing again as long as I live.
Oh, that stubborn little genius. Doesn't he realize that he's the world's most convincing singer?
George is convincing?
Very. You know, on the Queen Elizabeth last summer, George got up at the ship's concert and sang Many Brave Hearts Lie Asleep in the Deep.
Well?
Well, in 2 minutes, everybody was hanging over the rail to have a look.
Eat hearty, Mr. Purvis, eat hearty. Eating is good for you. Oh, it's good. Fills you with food.
Thanks, Uncle John. I'm glad the Pinzers don't mind letting me alone with their grub.
But my niece Gracie doesn't mind. Oh, she's sweet. Oh, she's kind. Has small feet.
I don't think Mr. Burns likes me. They'll always hinting I should ought to get a job.
Oh, nasty things, Job. Keeps you from collecting unemployment insurance. Oh, they're nasty.
Yeah. I had an offer of a job today, very important, too. One of them atomic scientists came over to the park bench while I was sleeping and wanted me for a job called Operation South Pacific.
Oh, that's exciting. Yes, yes. Oh, that excites me.
Yeah. Said he needed a derelict to go to Bikini where they dropped the atomic bomb and see if it was still radioactive. I told him to get another boy. I ain't no derelict. Not that I couldn't be if I had a chance to study.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is a country of opportunity.
Yeah. He said if I changed my mind, I should come to room 516 Plaza Hotel. So it would make me a hero, but I ain't had...
Uncle John, could I... Oh, hello, Mr. Purvis.
I do, Mrs. Burns. I'm just leaving.
Oh, no, don't get you away.
Now, I gotta get back to the park. The squirrels are storing up food for the winter, and I'm gonna give them a hand.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you. But won't you miss it? It certainly takes it lightly, doesn't it?
Oh, a gay man, Mr. Purvis. Light-hearted. A breeze through his nose.
You know, I wish I could be gay right now, but I'm upset about George. If he weren't so modest, he could be the hero of South Pacific.
Oh, yes. Mr. Purvis was just talking about that. Operation South Pacific, he called it. They're looking for someone to be a hero.
That's right, and I think George would be perfect for the job.
Oh, George would be fine. Oh, he'd be good. Oh, yes. Is he a derelict?
Well, sometimes he believes in voting for the best man.
Well, then he can have the job. Mr. Purvis says there's a man in town right now looking for the right person.
A talent scout. Oh, wonderful. Where is he?
Let me see now, let me see. Oh, yes, it's room 516, Plaza Hotel.
Oh, I'll rush right down there and take along a picture of George and one of his home recordings. I'll make George a celebrity if it kills him.
Come in.
Hello. Are you the man in charge of that South Pacific show?
We call it Operation South Pacific. I'm just the field representative. I am Professor Klein, B.A., Ph.D., D.S.
My, it isn't spelled like it sounds, is it? Well, I'm Mrs. Burns. B-U-R-N-S. That's a simple one, isn't it?
How do you do?
So, you're not in charge, huh?
Then, no, you see, actually, President Truman is in charge.
Really? Well, I'm surprised Margaret isn't in the show. However, that's none of my business. I'm here to tell you that my husband, George Burns, is the man you're looking for.
You mean he wishes to volunteer for our South Pacific venture?
Nothing would make him happier.
Wonderful! You see, we've tried a pig and a goat, but of course we would rather have a man.
If I were Mary Martin, I'd insist on it. And believe me, my husband can perform rings around any goat.
You seem quite anxious to have him go. May I ask why?
Well, I have a recording and a picture of him that'll answer that question. Have you, a record player?
Yeah, attached to this radio.
Well, now listen to this.
Down in the garden where the rose grows, the honey, oh mine. Love you so, love me like a flower. And don't you dare to holler when the flowery flower reaches in. Oh.
Well, now that's what he sounds like, and this is what he looks like. Now do you see where I want him to go?
Definitely. Does your husband realize the danger of this test, Mrs. Burns? It may make him radioactive.
Oh, he's been radioactive for years.
You mean he's worked with uranium?
No, but right now he's with Amadon.
You can hardly compare Amadon with uranium, you know.
Can you brush your teeth with uranium?
Certainly not.
Well, change to Amadon.
I'm afraid you are not too familiar with nuclear science. However, don't worry too much about the danger. We'll do everything possible to help him.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, we'll put lead in his shoes, lead in his clothing.
Well, that's a switch. You know, for years people have been telling him to get it out.
Suppose you just leave your husband's address with me. A government man will come by to give him a loyalty check.
Well, that's awfully nice of the government. And he can use it before he goes to New York.
Bikini.
Goodbye.
Tell your husband he will leave tomorrow on a banana boat.
A banana boat?
Yeah, I'll be the same.
Huh, now what a funny name for a banana boat. Well, here's the address. Goodbye.
Oh, there's good news tonight. For months, the atomic scientists have been saying, give us a man. Give us a man with the courage to go to that South Pacific island where the bomb was dropped and risk his life for science. Down in Los Angeles today, that plea was answered by a brave little woman. Give us a man, they cried, and she gave them her husband, George Burns. I said, that's close enough. We'll take them. So tonight, this nation pays tribute to George Burns, and from coast to coast, take one.
Darling. Miss me?
Yeah, you've been gone all day.
Well, I've been shopping for you. You leave for New York tomorrow to replace Tinder in South Pacific.
Says who?
Says Professor Klein.
Klein?
Now, don't ask me to spell it. Anyway, he's out here from the East, and I played your record and showed him your picture, and he snapped you up.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Gracie, you wouldn't pull my leg, would you?
Well, of course not. I like some curves. You got to go to New York with one straight leg.
I figured they'd take some young guy like Gordon McRae or Tony Martin.
The trend is away from young singers. Tinsley and Jolson have started a new fad. The older a man is now, the better they like him. You'd be a riot.
I still can't believe it. What, come in?
Western Union for George Burns. Sign here, please.
A telegram for me?
8 telegrams. There must be 200 here.
What?
Here you are.
Oh, wait, son. This calls for an extra big tip. There.
Gee, thanks. I can go to a nightclub on this.
Good.
Yeah, this will pay my street cost there all the way.
You could send me 200 telegrams.
Well, let's open them up and find out.
All these telegrams. Gracie, this one's from the president.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your South Pacific venture. They couldn't have picked a better man. Signed, Harry Truman.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, I forgot to tell you. He has an interest in the show. Practically runs it.
Really? I guess he wanted to see how it felt to run something that makes money. Gracie, you're right. I'm in the show.
I told you. Oh, listen, dear. This telegram is from Georgie Jessel.
Well, what does he say?
It says, at last you have a job that suits your talent. Goodbye, old pal. Send me biographical data for speech and names of 6 strong friends.
Good old Georgie. Well, he probably wants to bring him to New York to see the show.
Ah, yes.
You know, well, I'll be done.
What?
Here's one from your mother. And I thought she despised me.
What does Mama say?
Gracie always said you'd go far, and at last it looks like you'll go far enough.
You know, dear, Mama's not going to hold her ground.
I guess not.
Look at these telegrams.
Gee, I knew I was good, but not this good. If Pinzer could see these telegrams, he'd shoot himself. See who that is, Gracie. I'm going into the den and read the rest of my fan mail.
Mrs. Burns?
Yes?
Professor Klein gave me your address. I'm Baxter, FBI.
See, none of you people spell your names the way they sound.
I'm kind of in a hurry, Mrs. Burns. Well, we heard that your husband was leaving for Operation South Pacific. I was sent over here by Edgar Hoover, PDQ.
Oh, I can't wait to see how Pinzer spells his name. Yeah, that's really a dilly.
I'm afraid you don't understand. I'm from the government. I'm here to give your husband a loyalty check.
Oh, good. He can use it to buy luggage. He's leaving for New York tomorrow.
Bikini.
You must have caught that from Professor Klein.
Look, lady, so far our conversation has made no sense at all. Now, let's start again.
All right.
Your husband is going to the South Pacific to make atomic energy tests.
Mm-hmm.
When you work with atomic energy, you become top secret. When you become top secret, the government steps in. When the government steps in, they must know if you've ever been engaged in any subversive activity. So I am here to give your husband a loyalty check.
Oh, good. He can use it to buy luggage. He's leaving for New York.
Bikini!
Would you mind turning your head, please?
Mrs. Burns, let's just sit down and let me explain things to you. When you volunteered your husband's services for Operation South Pacific, you offered his life.
Goodness, what have I done? George may get killed. And if he does, he'll never trust me again.
Oh, Gracie!
Oh, quick, Mr. Baxter, leave.
Oh, but Mrs. Burns.
You can come back later.
Stop hunting! Who's at the door?
Oh, well, nobody. George, we're going to leave the country right away. Let's go back to England.
What for?
Well, I just remembered I left the light turned on in our hotel room.
What's happening to you? I'm going to New York to replace Pinzer.
No, I don't think you should go. No. You don't look well at all. Stick out your tongue. Oh, my goodness. It looks terrible.
Maybe it's my liver.
No, it's your tongue, all right.
Maybe there's something wrong with my liver.
Oh, maybe so. Stick it out.
I can't.
Paralysis of the liver. Oh, George, there's only one place that can cure that. Liverpool, England.
Liverpool? That's Liverpool.
Oh, Phil. Let's get out of here. I'll go pack our things.
Not me. I'd love to call you Rose, dear, but Rose is fade away. Come in.
George. Oh, pal. I just heard the news. Gosh, I'm sorry for all those mean things I said to you this morning. Oh, that's all right, Bill. No, it isn't. I hate myself. For years I've insulted you, made fun of you. And now I realize there's only a short time in which to say nice things about you.
Well, if you insist.
All I ask is a chance to say sweet, good things about you. Kind things. Wonderful things.
Well, all right, say one.
Who can think of anything?
Well, you talk like this is the last time you'll see me. I'll come back.
Not according to the headline in tonight's paper.
There's a headline about me? What does it say?
Well, George Burns gives life to science.
And I got this job without my agent, you see. What? Where does it say that?
Right here in this article.
Give me that paper. Oh, no. I'm going to Bikini? To see if it's radioactive? How did I get into this?
Don't you know?
Yeah, I think I do. Oh, Gracie! Getting me sent to Bikini?
Oh, now, George, calm down. All right, I made a little mistake. But have I ever gotten you into trouble before?
How about the time you sent me over Niagara Falls in a barrel? How about the time you got me into a wrestling match with a bone crusher? How about the time...
George, stop beating around the bush. Just answer yes or no.
Yes. But this is the worst of all. Now I'm in trouble with the government.
Oh, no, George, the government likes you. They even sent a man over to give you a check for being loyal.
No, Gracie. They wanted to see if George was subversive. You see, they won't use a man if he leans to the left.
George leans to the front. Will that save him?
Bill means if I were a spy or a criminal, they wouldn't trust me to go. Oh, come on, Bill. Let's get out of here before the government man comes.
Well, what did I tell him?
Tell him George Burns is AWOL.
Gee, I thought sure I knew how to spell your name.
Come on, Bill.
I'm Baxter, FBI. Are you Mr. Burns?
No, I'm Purvis. I just eat here.
Oh. Well, tell Mrs. Burns that Operation South Pacific has been called off and her husband won't have to go to Bikini.
Well, just a minute. I'll let you talk to her. Miss Burns, there's a government man here to see you.
Well, bring him in, Mr. Purvis, and we're ready for him.
Okay.
Now, Uncle John, you know what to say. It's our only chance to save George.
Oh, I'll do anything to save George. Oh, I like you always good. Have steady hands. Yes, he cuts his own hair. Oh, he's fine.
Here he is, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, hello, Mr. Baxter. Sit down. I'll be through talking to Uncle John in just a moment. Now, as I was saying, Uncle John, I can't help it if your mattress is lumpy. George thinks that's the best place to hide the military secrets he steals.
I wish you wouldn't be a spy. Such sneaky work. Oh, it's nasty.
Now, you were mighty glad to live here during the war and spend the money he got from Japan.
Your husband sold military secrets to Japan?
Oh, please, Mr. Baxter, this is family talk. And another thing, Uncle John, stop throwing it up to George that he deserted from the army. He had to desert so he could make some money.
Oh, he does make good money. Oh, it's good. Oh, I tell you.
I'll say it's good money. You can't tell it from the real thing.
He's also a counterfeiter?
Oh, George is a clever man. Oh, he's versatile. He kills people with either hand.
I hope we'll bore you with our personal affairs, Mr. Baxter.
Oh, no. I'm very interested.
Good. And another thing, Uncle John, when George comes home from robbing the post office tonight, let him have the easy chair. Oh, come in, George. Mr. Baxter and I have been waiting for you. Oh, and I have wonderful news for you. You don't have to go to Bikini.
Oh, that's great.
In fact, he says you're going to New York.
To sing?
He's better than that, to sing things.
Burns and Gracie Allen program was transcribed in Hollywood. Now here are our stars.
Good night, folks.